Assalamualaikum class. Today we are going to read the unit number 1 where we live. The topic is summers in Murree. In this text you will read that how a person, Imran Khan, recalls his summers as a child, how he share his feeling, share his memory that was totally unforgettable for him. He wanted to share his feeling that what was happened with him in summer in the place of Dunga Gully. In this topic, you will also read and you will also know about the place of Dunga Gully and the place that is known as Machans, that means platform used in tiger for hunting, or you can also see camouflaged platforms. When I was child, eager as we were to escape the heat of summer on the plains and in Lahore, we used to spend our summer holidays either in Gora Gully, which is about 25 miles from Islamabad, or in the hill resort Murree. Murree is in the foothill of the Himalayas, 7,000 feet up in the kind of country that is now being threatened by deforestation. In this paragraph, a person shares his feeling that it is a time of heat of summer, so I want to avoid myself from the heat and wanted to go in the place which is full of coolness. So he made a plan to go the plains which are in Gora Gully, that is about 25 miles from the Islamabad, and it was the place of Murree, that is 7,000 feet up from the Himalayas. It is the kind of country that is now being threatened by deforestation. It's mean now in this place, there at the previous time there were a lot of forestations, but now most of the person build a different kind of building, and due to that they cut down the trees. And quite apart from the cool mountain air, which grew cooler the higher we climbed up from the hard, dusty plains and the bright, crystal clear climate, what I remember best as we trekked and climbed in the hills was the wildlife monkey, jackals, foxes, and hundreds of exotic birds. Like everywhere else, Murree is more crowded now than it was in the 1960, but it remains a magical spot despite losing some of its trees and the resulting landslides, and I only hope that future generations will be able to enjoy it as I did. In this paragraph, a person shared his feeling that when he was in the place of Murree, he said that not it was very cool place, that the water, the climate is totally cleared like a crystal, and it's totally neat and clean environment is here. I was very satisfied and also enjoyed the time in the hills of Murree, that I also climbed and trekked and walked with some persons some persons like his family and in the hills, and also searched. There are a lot of wildlife, it's mean, like monkeys, jackals, foxes, and hundred of foreign birds I found here. Like everywhere else, Murree is more crowded now than it was in the 1960. It was the place of Murree is full of crowded, but in the period of 1960 there were a lot of people came here. But now in this time, during this time, more of the persons come to here to enjoy the time, and also enjoy. Some of the person also come here. Why? Because when the summers in Lahore, Karachi, the people who lived in Karachi are Lahore during the period of summer, it was full of hot days, so they wanted to just get the environment that is cool. So they were most of the persons go to where they go to the place that are full of cold, that like a Murree. So he also went to the Murree to enjoy his summers. Then he said that I most of the it was now and now most of the persons cut down the trees due to build different kinds of building, and there is also the result of landsliding. So the so the trees are also less due to landsliding. And but I hope the coming generation will also enjoy their time when they come here, as I did, as I also enjoyed the time here. When I was about 7 years old, my parents took us to a rest house for our summer holidays, a few miles above Murree in a place called Dunga Gully. I will never forget the commotion caused throughout the area. When a panther killed a donkey next to our rest house, the excitement grew ever greater when hunters came in from the surrounding countryside and built machans, camouflaged platforms around the kill. Luckily, the crafty panther sensed trouble and failed to show up. In this paragraph, you will understand that the person like Imran Khan, who wants to recall, who shows his recollections, the memory reminiscence. And then he says that when I was about 7 years old, his parents took him to a rest house for spending the summer holidays and a few miles above Murray in the place like called Dunga Gully. So he spent their time for summer holidays in the Dunga Gully. He said that I will never forget the memory that when there was totally first there was a disturbance caused. Why? Because there was a panther came who killed a donkey next to our rest house where we were lived. Now, and it was also the excitement for everyone, even for me. Why? Because the it was a very greater hunters came from the surrounding countryside and built machans around the kill. So most of the person who come here, they make a platform used, that platform is used to catch the tiger, that is made for tigers hunting. So around the kill, luckily the crafty panther sensed trouble and failed to show up. So the panther, the tiger, was very wise and was very cunning. He has a sharp sense, and he felt the trouble, and so he failed to show up. Then, in the next paragraph, quite recently, a panther made its way into someone's garage in Islamabad, which is about 40 miles from Dunga Gully. The police were called, and some 40 bullets were pumped into the unfortunate animal. When the news broke next day, the police action was widely condemned, with the result that when a month or two later a snow leopard walked into someone's house way up in Chitral in the Karakoram, an expert was flown in from Karachi to dart the leopard with a sedative before letting it back into the wild. In the last paragraph, he said that a panther makes its way someone's garage in Islamabad. So a panther went to the garage of the garage of some that's the garage is it means the place in the house, and where most of the most of the cars were cars place, you can say that cars place in the Islamabad, so which is about 40 miles from Dunga Gully. Then the police were called that there was a panther who entered the garage of someone's house in Islamabad. So the police were alerted, and they pumped the 40 bullets for the animals like panther, like tiger. When the news broke in next day, the police actions was widely condemned. That the result what was the result happened the result what happened that there was after the month or two later, that there were also a news broke that there were a snow leopard walk into someone's house into the Chitral in Karakoram. An expert was flown from Karachi to dart. Dart means to move with sudden speed. That the leopard, that they have a sharp senses, and also that their speed is very fast. So the leopard also escape from the danger to move with a sudden speed. And but the people are police persons police person give us tranquilizer. It's mean drugs that is used for to give the sleepiness, that causes the sleepiness. That is also like a tranquilizer. So it's mean after the tranquilizer, when the gun is full of tranquilizers and shoot it to the leopard, the leopard is causes the leopard feels the sleepless. After sleepless, the persons took it and then let it back into the wild, into the jungle. So kindly read this topic by your own and understand it, that what was happened with the persons and which type of the feelings he wanted to shared with us. And that is the recollection of memory. He shares the recollection of memory that is totally unforgettable for him. So it was a very good time for him because he spent the summer vacation in Murree, like in Dunga Gully and also in Goda Gully. After reading this topic, come to the page number of 8. Here you can see there are some words. First of all, you will match the following words with the meaning in the page number of on the page number of 8. Here you can see the first word is eager. It's mean keen. So match this word with the meaning like keen. It's mean show keen. Deforestation जंगलात की कटाई, cutting down of trees. Commotions disturbance, fuss हंगामा. Crafty means चालाकी से, cunning wisely. Condemned means said it was wrong. And the sedative means drug which causes sleepiness. So first of all, you will match the following words with their meanings. After that, you will open your notebook, and first of all, you will make the content page of the summer in Murree. Then you have a knowledge how you will make the content page. Like first of all, you will write uh, reading, words, meaning, sentences, book activities, question answers, verbal test, and written test. Then come next, use the next page. Here you will write words meaning. First of all, you will write the words and write the English meaning, and after writing the English meaning, you must to write Urdu meaning. After that, you will make the sentences of the following words onto your notebook by your own. Thank you so much.